Hey ladies, I hope y'all had a happy Halloween and a happy All Saints Day to you. All right, so I finished my crab and the manatee, and I still may go back later and, add a little something something to it. I'm not sure yet. So that's the crab and el manatee. Okay, I like the way my manatee turned out. So yesterday, or the day before when I was working on the videos, I realized that I bought a set of gouache, and I was actually using the gouache mixed with the watercolors, and I didn't mean to do that. So I bought this set of gouache, which I'm hiding from myself. So that was the jellyfish, which I don't like at all. I mean, I like some of what's going on with the contour lines, the little ruffle area, but I don't like the mismatching of the colors. And I'm not real thrilled with my seahorse either. So those are going to be set aside. So what I've done is I've gotten another sheet of paper and I washed it with my large brush and soaked the paper. And I went and did a very light wash behind it. And then I took my paper towel and I dampened out areas where I wanted to do the jellyfish. So I think I'm going to do 3 here. And I went ahead and started. So a lot of water, wet on wet. And, it's going to take some time. So I'm using my tiny new brushes that I got from they're called Low Teeth, and I got a set of these. So I've got a couple of flat, squared. Um, okay, let me show you what I've got. So I've got this one, which is pretty long and rectangular, and then I have a flat square one, and that was the one that I used to wash the background, which is going to need a little bit more. So I'm using this one, and I may change up with some of these other ones as I'm going. So right now I'm using red, so I'm just using what I've got in my tin. I started with this red, and see if I can get a better. I'm gonna turn it upside down so y'all can see what I'm doing. So my paper is still slightly wet, and I've already drawn some of those or painted some of those lighter lines. So I'm just gonna take my brush, I'm dabbing as I go to make some of the ruffled areas. And I may pull some of that wine color in. So I'm holding my brush up and then at an angle depending on the shape that I'm trying to get. Skipping some of the areas so that it's kind of ribbon-like. And I'm pushing out with the tip of my brush to kind of get those lines. Okay. And I didn't draw this. I just started. Uh, Without a pencil, wet on wet. Okay. Just going on the outside of that ruffle to give it a little bit more definition. You can tell when you start running out of your watercolor paint that you need to reload. Okay. So I think I'm going to leave that for now and start another color. And I think I'm going to pick up this wine here. So I'm going to flip my paper around again. And just, you don't have to use a huge brush like I'm using. Just happens to be handy. I'm going to go back to that flat. Actually, I'm going to use the bigger brush. So this is flat number 1. And I'm going to do the same thing over here that I did there, but maybe in a slightly different direction. Jellyfish, they kind of look a little bit like mushrooms. So that's kind of the shape that you're going for. Go back to my other flat, longer one, and I'm going to pick up some thicker, that wine color. I think this is alizarin crimson. So you see what happens there when I stop moving my brush, it blobs up. And this may need to dry a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get some more of these striations. Okay. And I'm going to have to let that dry for a little bit, because it's awfully runny. I'm going to come back and work over here with a finer tipped brush. Okay, so I'm just delicately making some lines. I'll do the same over here. This is really way too wet. So I'm going to have to dab this. All right, I'm going to come back to that one now. Let's see how it does now that the knot is wet. Still pretty wet, y'all. All right, so this is pretty wet, but I'm gonna stop there for now. So I will have to come back to this once it dries. This is looking really good. I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I may do a little gray with pink in it in here. Um, this has definitely got to dry, and I was gonna try to do one more, but I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. All right, so there's the jellyfish. And I will, so you guys have done the crab, or should be working on the crab, the manatee, and the jellyfish, and the seahorse for now. And I'm going to hold off on those other ones since it's Wednesday, because I don't want to get too far ahead. So, I'm really liking what's happening here. This not so much, too much water. All right, if I have some more energy, I will come back and do more of the jellyfish later today. I hope you're doing well. This is going to take me a little bit to upload um, and convert and then upload to YouTube. So once I do that, you guys remember to like it and subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends if you want. All right. See y'all soon.